What is up, YouTube? Don't forget to save, aka Sam, back at you guys with a Tuesday video. And as you guys all know, Tuesdays are for the Constitution of the United States of America, and we go over the Constitution, some of the, how it applies to modern times, and try to understand our rights and freedoms better. So if you guys like this kind of content, let freedom ring. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment. I want both sides. I don't want to play party politics. I'm not taking any sides one over the other. I'm going by the written law as it's been written down. I don't love anybody because of their politics, and I don't hate anybody because of their politics. Everybody's welcome here. I'm in a lot of different communities, and one of the things about that is you get a lot of different viewpoints about things, and I try to take the best of both sides instead of the worst of both sides. I know that's difficult in these kinds of times, but please be respectful to everybody else if possible. We do not endorse violence, by the way. So anyway, going on with the Constitution, we are going to go on Article 1, Section 5, which covers the powers and duties of Congress. We talked about elections last time, so we're going into some of the powers and the duties of Congress as it's written in the Constitution. So, as you guys know, if you guys got your own copy, you can follow along. There we go, Section 5. Each House shall be the judge of the elections, returns, and qualifications of its own members, and a majority of each shall constitute a quorum to do business, but a smaller number may adjourn from day to day, and may be authorized to compel attendance of absent members in such manner and under such penalties as each House may provide. So basically, each house of the Congress has, the power and duty of setting the rules for their branch of Congress. So that's a simple way of putting that. Okay. Each house shall keep a journal of its proceedings and from time to time publish the same, excepting such parts as may, in their judgment, require secrecy, and the yeas and nays of the members of either house on any question shall, at the desire of 1/5 of those present, be entered into the journal. Now, as far as record keeping goes, this is a good thing for voters. It gives some measure of transparency to the voters. You can see who voted on what. And I feel that's a really important part of this. But continuing on, neither house during the session of Congress shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn for more than 3 days, nor to any other place than that which the two houses shall be sitting. Now, the reason that's a thing is, let's say a legislation comes up for voting, and one side's just going to play absentee and just not show up to do their job, which it does happen from time to time. That is supposed to, it's there to prevent that. If somebody does that, they're that's not constitutional. Now, there's a couple things I want to go over here, and I'm going to be kind of critical of both sides on some things, but I'm not picking sides. I'm going by the Constitution. So let's go over it here. So here's one thing that Article 1, Section 5 sets out pretty clearly. Both houses of Congress hold power over congressional elections only. In other words, Ted Cruz doesn't get to tell us about presidential elections. That is a unconstitutional reach beyond the powers of Congress, stuff like that. Now, when it comes to the Senate, for example, yes, they have, say over that. And I feel that a lot of the Senate's time is spent on things that they don't have power or control over. And I'm sorry to say that. And I know some people may not like that, but again, this is what the Constitution says. This is what the framers of the Constitution intended, and this is where I'm going. However, we will go on to the flip side for a minute here. We're going to talk about simple majorities. Now, a simple majority, which is mentioned in Article 1, Section 5, is 60 votes on legislation or nominees for a position, say. Now, the Democrats want to take that down to 51 votes. And, the downside of that is that, bills can get passed that maybe have things in them that are detrimental. And because we don't get to argue on it, it gets put in as law or a nominee in a position that, they aren't good at or what have you. So, I feel that's kind of a Occam's razor there, because on the flip side of that, you have people that will filibuster and drag it out when they don't have to, or try to put pork barrel projects into stuff as well. So that's kind of a sticky situation. I'm in favor of a 60 votes a model. That's just because that's what our founding fathers intended. However, maybe you guys out there have different opinions, and if you do, leave it in the comment section down below. Like I said, you guys aren't going to get attacked here. We're supposed to know our rights and our laws, and this is what this is about. So if you guys like this video, please drop me a like, leave me a comment, like I said, with your thoughts down below. I love doing this. I feel like I said, it's a very important thing to know these things. So with all that said, guys, I will continue on with the Friday the 13th reviews. Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. I've got a lot to say about that, a lot about Adam Marcus, and kind of a little bit of history there. We're going to get into things, guys. October, we're kicking ass all October long. So like I said, until next video, love your hobby, and we'll love you back. Peace.